Hello, I'm Neyman12544. This is Aniview Reviews, and yeah, I'm here to. This is basically our response to the killings of Trey Sessler. Trey Sessler, aka Mr. Anime from Lenscat Productions, was recently arrested and convicted for the murder of 3 people: his parents and his brother. And basically, he worked very closely with us. He actually helped teach me how to review in the first place. So all of us here at Aniviews have got together to write a statement about this in regards to Aniviews, and we hope that sort of this clears up a few things about what we feel about this. And yeah, we here at Aniview Reviews were both shocked and concerned by the news of Trey Sessler's, aka Mr. Anime's, triple homicide case, upon which his 3 closest family members were killed, for which he is being arrested and convicted for. While at a state of disbelief at this news, it must be understood that the man convicted of these murders was an extremely close friend of Aniview's, my original YouTube channels for which he helped me get started, and almost every single channel I have ever worked for, including Otaku No Video. And while at a state of disbelief to us, it is Trey Sessler whom is being convicted, and not Mr. Anime. We have always loved Mr. Anime's works and understand that he was an integral to many YouTube channels, especially anime reviewers such as ourselves, and so it is with great sadness that we must now learn that we will probably never hear from his channel again. As reviewers and as YouTubers, we will always respect Mr. Anime. He was analytical, entertaining, and a dedicated otaku who helped us both personally and a huge networking community around him. Much of modern anime reviewing owes a lot to this man. However, this does not at all mean that we have any respect for the killings by Trey Sessler. And as human beings, we find the crime morally repulsive, and we thoroughly thank all involved in his capture and conviction for administering justice so that many of us can sleep just a little bit more comfortably at night. However, who we hate is the killer Trey Sessler, and not Mr. Anime or Lenscat Productions. As far as we are concerned, the him we know, loved, and worked with was Mr. Anime, both a voice and strong commander in our community. Thus, because of the acts of Trey Sessler, both his channel and his reviews will always be stained with both blood and hatred, which, for a channel of such quality, is undeserved by reviewing standards, but sadly hugely irrational by moral ones. Because of this, our team has discussed what our situation is in terms of our ties with Lenscat Productions, and after much thought we reiterated that we hate Trey Sessler, not Mr. Anime, and therefore any ties with him on our channel, such as our interviews, will remain as part of Mr. Anime's legacy as a reviewer, and not as Trey Sessler's legacy as a killer. We'd finally like to say that Trey's crimes and punishment will be in full conviction at the hand of the American court of law, and therefore part of us believes that the deletion and our denial of Mr. Anime from both our internet and our memories be not added to the crimes of Mr. Sessler, and we hope that his family are treated in death with whatever religious or base ceremonies they deserve through respect. Such news is shocking for all who knew him and worked with him, but ultimately we here at Aniviews will never be able to wash any blood that this man has caused to spill. However, we hope as reviewers that any lessons learnt from this man are not bastardised by the press into a speech about how anime made a man murder, etc. And we severely respect no one so far for claiming that to be the case. As part of the anime community, we despise Trey Sessler for his crimes against humanity, and if we were to ever see him back on that channel again, we would only see Trey the murderer, not Mr. Anime the reviewer. However, until such a time happens, we hope that his reviewing influences continue to help new otakus everywhere in spite of his actions. We'd like to give our respects to his family, his friends whom were not involved, his fans, and anyone in the same situation as us who were personally taught, mentored, and worked with Mr. Anime. Thank you for listening. As you can guess, this is a very important thing for Aniviews, and it was all sort of in that speech. But yeah, we loved Mr. Anime, and we'd like to thank everyone for the capture of Trey Sessler. And that's really from the bottom of our hearts. We do hope that that the man who was caught is right, and while we can always deny as much as we want, the evidence is so overwhelming that we can only really point it to Trey Sessler. So I'd like to thank anyone this capture. So bye.